We're live. We're live. We're live.
Good morning. How you folks doing?
Good morning. Good morning.
Lisa.
Good morning, baby.
Good. Our colors work or something today?
Yeah, I guess they
the
work.
blue and the yellow work. This is Thursday.
It is thoughtful.
The sun is shining. The weather has broken. We had gone through 5 or 6 days
overcast days
and
rainy
rain.
days.
Yes. But it's a sunny day ahead of us, and we have sunshine for you to do as well.
Dawning.
Yep. Now, we have a topic for today.
Yes, we do.
We have a topic, the 2 most important questions of life. And it's come from the classic book, 932, the 9 most important words.
3 most important skills.
And the 2 most important questions. Today, we're going to talk about the 2 most important questions of life.
2 most important questions of life. You may have asked yourself this, or you may desire to ask yourself this.
I hope you have, and if you haven't, do it again.
We're going to talk about it. Back in a moment.
Good morning. My name is Brian McNeill.
And I am Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And thank you for joining us on our show, Let's Talk About It. We come to each Monday through Friday right here on the SIBN network, on iHeartRadio, YouTube, TuneIn, as well as Facebook Live. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Like. It is not good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Rochelle V. Gray. We're going to need a photo op with you, Diva.
I was going to say, it's at least 10 degrees warmer in here
It is not.
than it is in the hallway or any other place in the home.
That's just because you're next to me.
So you're hot.
No, I'm making you hot.
A heat source or something.
I'm not a heat source. I'm a source of heat.
Who's in the room? Is that
Rochelle V. Gray?
Rochelle Gray, again, thank you. And soon and very soon, we will hold in our hands the classic book 932, where Rochelle V. Gray, the world-class educator that she is, wrote the foreword for this book. She wrote the foreword, you guys. And you'll see her name on the cover, foreword written by Rochelle V. Gray. I'm hoping it makes her famous as well as the book. We're going to get this book in the hands of educators and those who believe it's important, the rearing of our children. That's what we're going to do.
Absolutely.
This book is going to travel the globe because it's important. And again, remember, it's written on it between the ages of 8 and 18. I read one of the chapters this morning, and I read it for the child's mindset in mind. So good morning. So to Rochelle, you know already because you read the book, but we're going to talk about the 2 most important questions of life. Do you want to mention them both now or one at a time? What do you want to do?
Do them one at a time.
One at a time. The first question that we think has a lot to do with your happiness or sadness, success or failure is, what is it that you're here to do?
What is it that you are here to do?
You specifically, what are you here to do? Not what other people told you to do, but what is it that stirs your passion? What is it that's something that you would do if you didn't have to work? Whatever, like if you were granted $1 million and never had to work again, what would you do with your time? Whatever, and a lot of guidance counselors think whatever you said you would do if you had $1 million, didn't have to work, that's probably close to your passion and you should go towards that. That's not always the case. But what is it that you imagine yourself doing with life? And if you don't know, we should start a journey of discovery.
Yes, gaining clarity and insight into the direction that you will find fulfillment and joy.
Yes. Has there ever been anything that you've done and you found yourself losing time doing it? You were working on a project at work or school. Oh my gosh, where has the time gone?
Time has flown by.
Mm-hmm. I've talked to a person that once, she was a massage therapist, and she loved to do it. She loved to do it herself, but she wanted to open up her own, what do you call those days? A day spa. That was, what for? Because it ain't my passion. It was hers.
Right.
What is your passion? Other people might not get it, okay, but it's yours and it's yours individually.
It is, and it can be unique, and it doesn't have to appeal to everyone. It doesn't have to appeal to anyone but you.
And I think that's a key tenet.
Absolutely. I have one of my godchildren was considerably tactile.
Okay.
She always wanted to touch. She loved to touch. Even as a little girl, you would find her
like
doing
a baby.
This. Yeah,
Get off of me, baby.
Right, exactly. But it was soothing for her.
Okay.
And so it was a logical. Not only was it soothing for her, she actually became quite good at it because it was something that she enjoyed doing. She enjoyed rubbing and touching and feeling. And the thing is, she didn't know what that gift was. She just knew it was something that she was drawn to. But with the right individual guiding her to, hey, wait a minute. You first of all, you only touch people when you're invited.
I had a baby grab on me like that one time before. I'm like, this baby is grabby as heck. Get this baby off of me. Somebody
get this baby. Somebody get this baby.
Just doing all of this stuff on me and stuff in my face and everything. I'm like,
but it was a particular skill.
Not for a baby.
It could be. It could be a skill, an underlying gift that can be now invitalized with skill. A gift that is infused with direction, with
passion,
skill.
or something that she was drawn to, and then she gets some education. I think that's the difference between a gift and talent. Okay, the gift, God gives you that.
Like Whitney Houston had a gift,
right?
But her mother nurtured that gift into a skill,
a talent, and a skill. Yes, my daughter Adira was a naturally born a great singer.
Absolutely,
but she was willing to take lesson after lesson after lesson and learn different genres of singing, opera even, and jazz singing versus R&B singing. So she developed her gift into a talent. Okay, that's what I think. Sister Rochelle, read that.
She says, I want to open a center with an emphasis on Black and brown males. I have the formula, but I am stuck with paying for space.
Let me say this about that, Sister Rochelle. First off, we both definitely believe you want to do that, because I met her in 2015. Since I've known you, that has been a consistent thing out of your mouth. That has been a consistent part of your vernacular, your ministry. I have supported and shown up at places where you were doing just what you said you're going to do. I know money for space is not a challenge because you don't even have to pay for the space. There are a lot of places you can go for free and hold a small meeting. You can do it at a public library. You can do it at a coffee shop for a networking meeting. And then what will happen is, just like we did with the men's meeting since the beginning, the men's meeting started in 2013. And we were meeting in person until the pandemic. And we never paid for space. We would move to a coffee shop. We let someone else know about it. Somebody had an extra room in their office building or was willing to donate office space. Some church was willing to donate some time to us. We kept moving around to get free spaces.
Good morning, Barbara. Good morning, Judy. Barbara Mosley says, good morning, beautiful people.
Good morning, Sister Barbara.
Judy Floyd says, good morning, great day, familia. Great day. And she says, I love the yellow. Yes, I love the yellow.
Lisa does look good in yellow.
I realized that this yellow today was actually a dress and not a shirt.
Okay.
Well, but maybe it's just because
I'm thinking
of me being short.
Maybe it's 3 or 4 years ago, you discovered that yellow is your color and gold is your color. Yellow more, though. 3 or 4 years, she was wearing something yellow. She got something else yellow. And I think we were in New York and was moving around, and the compliments were so effusive. And then it was like, maybe yellow is my color. And it is. Okay? It is.
I love yellow.
Even that hot pink is your color,
fuchsia.
Too. Fuchsia. Is that hot pink is fuchsia?
Yes. Okay. And I would never wear that. There was about 25 years that I would never wear it because I thought the colors belonged to people. And I was taught at a young age that pink was my sister's color. And I did not have any rights to the pink. That was her color. That was what I thought. That was what I thought. Everything that I had was blue or red, and everything she had was pink.
Stuff we put on our kids ridiculous. Yep. You look beautiful, Lisa. Sister Barbara.
Thank you, Barbara. But today we're talking about the 2 most important questions.
Wait. She said you look beautiful, Lisa. What are you doing?
Cringing. I'm appreciative.
Golly.
I'm appreciative, but I want to move past
it. What the heck? That's 2 people that said something already.
I can't handle it.
You can't handle it.
It makes
That's
me
a
uncomfortable.
you thing, not them. Come on, baby.
And I appreciate
You got to get over that.
I appreciate it. I am being appreciative of being appreciative.
That's a self-confidence test.
Oh boy.
The self-confidence test is how well you take a compliment. That's the
I
test.
appreciated the compliment. It was everything that I had to not deflect the compliment.
Well, don't deflect it no more. Okay, the best way to handle a compliment is a simple thank you.
I said thank you.
I know, but you moved on too fast for me.
Okay, thank you. And let it simmer.
That's it. And then we can go. That's what you're supposed to do. Thank you. Appreciate it. And then take a beat. Look at the blushing Lisa. Well, she can blush, y'all. She can blush. You know how to do that. Sister Shirley.
I know how to do it. You don't
Yes.
control blushing.
Yes, you do.
You can control blushing.
I've never blushed.
You have.
Never.
Yes, you have.
My skin doesn't do that.
It does do that.
I've never blushed, and I've never had a hickey. My skin don't clot like that. Nothing. And people have tried. I don't hickey, and I don't blush. Sister Shirley, I was thinking about you this morning, Sister Shirley. She says, good morning, family.
Good morning.
Yellow is your color, Lisa Santiago McNeill. Beautiful. Amen.
Thank
we can turn
you.
this into
Let's
beautiful
Let's
Lisa is show if you want to.
Let's not do that.
We're talking about the two most important questions of life. Question number one is, what are you, specifically you, here to do?
What are you here to do?
What do your gift, skills, and talents prepare you for? What has your experiences prepared you for? I believe, that because I did over-the-road sales for like 12 years and managed, hired, fired, trained, and motivated for so many years. And I've read so many books on selling and sales management and personal development. I've read so many. I believe that God has uniquely qualified me. Uniquely. I've had ups and downs. I've had pain and joy and pain, all that stuff. I believe I've bled and cried. I've gone through and worked hard and breathed hard. I think I've gone through all of that so that I can, and I think all that was God taking me through the fire, so that I am prepared to help people to sell themselves and their services better. I am here to do that. I've been prepared to do that.
Hey, Red Lee. She says, I am here to make positive impacts on people's lives so that they may shine.
Yes. And I believe
so that they may do the same.
And I believe you, Red. Stay right there. Go ahead.
Brian is effusive in his excitement for the latest and greatest book to his collection, and he is going to get it right now.
How do you know what I'm going to do?
Because I know you. I didn't just meet you. Red should have hers already as well.
She might. That's why when I saw Red, I thought she was about to say it. It came in the mail. Why entrepreneurs make great, why rhinos make great entrepreneurs, featuring Mr. Randall the Rhino. So I'm going to record me a video recording it, but Red does the better job than anybody else in the world.
She says, I haven't been to the mailbox. Well, send one of them kids. You got about 50, 11 kids.
Stop it. But mine came in the mail, and I love it so much. There's a grammatical error in it, but you know what I've learned about the grammatical errors in books? So what? It don't make a difference. It doesn't make a difference. When the greatest selling books of all time have grammatical errors. Think Real Rich, the greatest sellers in the world, they have a misplaced comma here and there and a word that doesn't fit. It doesn't freaking matter.
Then you shouldn't have brought it up.
I shouldn't have brought it up. But I know Red is going to read it and record it too. So that's why I got excited.
I'm excited. She said, these kids are trying to fight my babies, LOL. No!
Fight the babies? What are you talking about?
Who's trying to fight your babies? Don't make me come over there and light up the neighborhood. She said, I'm going today. Yes, going today.
Well, I suspect, Red, if it's not in your, I suspect it probably is in your mailbox, but if it's not, it'll probably be today or tomorrow, because we ordered about the same time you did, and we have ours now.
Yep. I actually ordered hers first.
Well, we ordered yours first, so yours are probably there. So, but we have it. Why Rhinos Make Great Entrepreneurs. This is a children's book, or a not just for children's book. And it runs a parallel between entrepreneurs and rhinoceros. And it's told to Sister Susie the Rhino's classroom by Mr. Randall the Rhino.
Absolutely, her dad.
Her dad, yes.
Her dad. Her dad on Bring a Parent to Work Day.
Bring a Parent to School Day. Not work, school
Bring
day.
a Parent to School Day.
So that's the scene for the setup for the book. And I'm so excited about it. Even the way the first one was written. The first one was by Rhinos Make Great Salespeople. Lisa had published 4 or 5 books at that point. Mm-hmm. So she was starting to ramp up her skills as a publisher. She was getting good. And she had heard me tell that story 4 or 5 times in different audiences. And she had me tell it to her one night as she secretly recorded it. She secretly recorded the story. It was just her and I in the bedroom. She told me that story, Brian, and she recorded it secretly. And she goes, "You just wrote your first children's book." "What do you mean, baby?" "I recorded that story and I'm going to convert it into a children's book." So you can record it and get it done.
She said at the mailbox, they can't check the mailbox. The kids around here are bad. I would really like to offer something for them on weekends or something. They just have nothing elegant to do, so they just pick on each other. Well, that's true. That's usually what happens when they don't have anything constructive to do and no guidance. A lot of times, we're not up to the second question. You in a rush, ma'am?
The first question is, what are you here to do? And we'll tell you the second question because they go together.
They do.
But they're not the same.
No.
They're close. But listen to the wording of it. They're very different. The first question of the 2 most important questions in the classic book 932 is, what are you here to do? What stirs your passion?
What are you here to do?
And the second question, Shirley says, I am here to help motivate people to organize their photos and videos. You know, when you come to the place where you realize what you specifically are here to do, I believe there's a freedom there and a joy there.
And actually, Shirley, you're here to help motivate people to organize their memories so that they can pass them down from generation to generation in the form of photos and videos.
You don't have to claim ADHD, but here's the second question, okay? The second question of the 2 most important questions is, who are you here to serve? Who, specifically the people. What people are you here to serve? For example, some people are here to serve young people. Some people are here to serve the elderly. Some people are here to serve men. Some people are here to serve women.
Absolutely.
Right. Who do you believe is your particular audience or group of people that you are uniquely qualified for, you have a passion for,
and you've been sent to serve?
You've been sent to serve these people. Martin Luther King was sent here to serve Black people in America who were disenfranchised and had no civil rights.
Absolutely.
They had no civil rights. They had no protection from the law. They could have been tossed and forth. He was here to serve this people. I believe that about him. He was sent here to serve our people at that time.
Who were you sent to serve? Red, I don't think I understand what you're saying. You said, how about edit? I don't know what that means.
And I have tons. I think you're talking about that.
You said ADHD. I thought I missed it. No, you didn't miss it. We hadn't gotten up to it. And how about edit? I have tons. I don't know where that goes to. So you're going to have to help me understand.
The 2 most important questions, to put them together. The first question is, that we believe are the most important questions. The first question is, what are you here to do? The second question is, who are you here to serve? And I like that. Martin Luther King also says, service is the rent that we pay for our place here on earth. Service is the rent that we pay for our place here on earth. If you're occupying a space in a place, you got to serve somebody. Mm-hmm. Some people, Isaiah Thomas's mom, he had 5 brothers and sisters, and some of them were lost to the streets. But his mom was sent here to raise her children. I saw a great speech by a lady in at a Toastmasters meeting in Greensboro. She said, I am here to be his wife. She believed that God had brought her to this earth to be that specific man's wife. And she found value in being his wife and value in being the mother of his children. Mm-hmm. She trumpeted him. She supported him. I'm here to be his wife. She found meaning in that. And what is it that you find meaning in?
Oh, Red said she being Shirley said she helps. She said about the videos and pictures. Does she help edit because she has tons?
Yes,
she's
wonderful.
Definitely reach out to Shirley and find out more about the services that she offers. Shirley says, "I'm here to motivate you to get your memories organized so that you can pass them down to the next generation."
Well, Sister Shirley,
yes.
Sister Red Lee has 4 or 5 children, I think, and I hope I got that number right. But she is beautiful. And the children are amazing. They all are amazing. And she has tons of pictures of them. So, Shirley, you can be helpful to Red. 6.
Thank you.
I didn't want to guess incorrectly.
You said 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, it's 6. Wonderful. And not everybody could do that, Red.
No.
God fits the burden to the back. Absolutely. I know it's tough. It has to be tough. 6.
Sometimes.
1 is tough. 2 is tough.
I was praying for you diligently during pandemic with all of those homeschool children in different ages and different grades and one mama. Lord have mercy.
1 mama, 6 kids. That tells me you did anyway. What?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess. I didn't want to guess incorrect, but I gave it a shot. But it tells me you have to have systems because you can't make it one day with that many children without kind of some systems in the house. How do we get this done, that done? How do we get everyone to bed and wake up? How do we get people fed? You got to have systems.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I know it's a challenge. Pray for Sister Red Lee, y'all.
Every day. Every day. Every day.
Yes. And even with all of that, Sister Red Lee did record at her home, her reading my first children's book. And I'm super excited about her version of it this time, too.
Hey, man. Good morning, Craig Saab. Good morning, Mark. Brother Mark Greer. Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
The 2 most important questions, Craig, in case you missed them.
And Shirley says, Redley, I will message you. Well, good. That's connections we're making right here at the Empowerment Duo.
Mark Greer, Craig Saab, we're doing the 2 most important questions of life. And what we believe are, question number 1 is, what are you, specifically you, here to do? What are you here to do? And question number 2 is, who are you here to serve?
Mm-hmm.
Amen. I want you to salah those 2 questions. I want you to ponder and think on those 2 questions.
Absolutely. I am making you hot, aren't I?
It's hot in this room, baby. This room is hot.
The room is not hot. I got my shoulders out, and I'm still cool.
Lisa's room is at least 10 degrees hotter than the hallway. Right there at the door, you walk out that hallway, you'll feel cooler. I mean, if you do, you just step out there. I went to go get these books a minute ago, and there's just an instantly cool breeze. Any place else in the house?
Oh, whatever. Your coffee smells good today.
I got this kind of specifically for you because you always said that when I have this kind of coffee pod.
Thank you. I like it.
This is donut shop vanilla or something.
I like it. I don't like to drink it, but I like to smell it.
You can smell it. You can smell it.
You was going to say that.
That's right. That's why you said it. You can smell it. And if you know what that reference of, you can smell it. You can smell it. It's like bubbles. It comes from the 1982
Eddie
Murphy comedy album. 1982, when he did the stand-up routine that it was, if you played clips of it on the radio, they had in the same one, they had stuff about that's my sister shredded weed and she's over there friend Fruit Loops and all
Not
that kind
Delirious or Raw.
No, it's before Delirious, before Raw. Well, it's the first one. You can smell it.
Good morning, Dr. Beverly.
In the bathtub, play fart game in the bathtub.
You don't have to continue.
But that was the comedy bit. There might be one person on here that's old enough to remember that besides me.
They probably do.
Okay.
I think so. I think it was actually.
And then a big brown shark came.
Oh my God. Dr. Beverly, come and save me, please.
Is Dr. Beverly in the house?
Yes.
Good morning, sis. Dr. Beverly, how you doing? 2 most important questions. What are you here to do?
And who are you here to serve?
Have you thought about that? Who are you here to serve? You know, you're not going through all these experiences and collecting these memories and going through these things just for yourself. You are learning and growing and going through these things because you are getting something that you can pass on to somebody else. You're supposed to share your testimony, whatever it is, and serve others. Yes, you are.
Red says, I ask for help. I accept advice. I am transparent.
Amen.
I am parenting parentless. I don't know what I'm doing, LOL.
Amen.
I need all the help I can get. Lots of therapy, meds, honesty, and accountability.
That is one of the most beautiful and transparent posts we've ever seen.
Absolutely.
I'm parenting parentless. I don't know what I'm doing, which I think is one of the strongest things people could say. That's one of the strongest things you say. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing the best. But I'm doing the best I can. I don't know all of the answers. Mm-hmm. I don't have all the answers, but I'm doing the best I can. I hope Mark Greer read that too, because I would love to hear Mark Greer speak some words to what Red Lee just shared. Red Lee, I love you for one, and I love you being willing to say that in this loving audience, this loving arena here.
And being willing to accept advice is a really difficult position for so many people to be in.
Which also takes strength.
It does.
Being willing to accept help, being willing to accept advice. Wow.
Dr. Beverly says, good morning to my great, awesome family.
Good morning, Dr. Beverly. Dr. Beverly, who are you here to serve and what are you here to do?
Craig, floating in the water.
Okay.
The big black shark, the big brown shark.
The big brown shark cave. See, there's this man, he gets sent to jail. Okay, he gets sent to jail, and he's first time in jail, and he's nervous. He don't know what to do, so he don't want to talk to nobody. And he notices after a while, every now and then, somebody will yell out a number, like number 14, and then everybody laugh. And then it's number 22, and everybody laugh. Number 46, and everybody laugh. And a week goes by, he's noticing people, every now and then somebody just yell out a number, and then everybody laugh. So finally, after a week or two, he gets confidence, and he approaches one guy. And he says, look, man, I've noticed every now and then somebody will yell out a number, and everybody laughs. What's the deal with the numbers? He goes, oh, man, we've been here for so long. We have like a numbering system on our jokes. So you don't have to go through telling the whole joke. You can just yell out a number and everybody knows the punchline and we all get to laugh. That's how we do it here. So, okay. So he's going along. Another while later, he gets a little courage and he yells out, 36. And nobody laughs. Nobody laughs. So he goes to the same guy. Man, I guess 36 must not have been very funny. He goes, oh, yeah, 36 is pretty funny. Well, how come nobody laughed when I yelled it out? He goes, man, you know, some people know how to tell a joke and some people just don't know how to tell a joke.
Oh, my goodness. Dr. Beverly says, I'm just waiting on the people that God sent to me and me to them to get it. Mm-hmm. So I guess I'll be the planter and leave someone else to water and watch God do the pruning for increase.
That's one of Lisa's consistent thoughts. She says it all the time.
God plants, Apollos waters, and the Holy Ghost adds the increase.
She said it all the time. That's why I couldn't remember it.
So whether you're Paul or Apollos, one thing is for sure, you're necessary. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times we try to be the Holy Spirit, but there is but one.
That's right. We try to do somebody else's job. That ain't your job. Your job ain't to be God. Your job ain't to be the Holy Spirit. Your job is to be your job. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yes. You know, and some people know how to tell a joke, and some people
don't.
I've told you that joke before, I'm sure.
Yes.
Okay.
But I forgot it.
Oh, you forgot it?
Yeah.
Okay. Because you laughed as if it was the first time you heard it.
But I do that anyway to you.
Oh, really?
Like, I don't do it on purpose. I just love hearing you.
Okay.
Brian did not believe that. And I told him
I
that
do
like
too, believe it.
early on. I enjoy his storytelling. I love, and I don't care if I've heard it before. Sometimes I listen to it even knowing that I've heard it before and find a way to find something new or joyful in it just because it means that we're spending time together.
That's pretty cool. Isn't that pretty cool? That's pretty dang cool. So maybe I am part of, and I know Lisa's part of mine. I'm here to be Lisa's husband too. Okay. I'm supposed to be her husband. She's supposed to be my wife. That's right, y'all. She's supposed to be. This is, Thursday. Thoughtful Thursday. We just about on schedule.
Schedule. Yesterday's thought was pretty cool, I thought.
I thought so too.
Mm-hmm. It definitely, I think today's thought is a good one too. It's pretty.
Okay.
It's a kindness. Today's card comes from the beauty cards. This card is again in Craig's honor. I always think of Craig whenever I touch my cards. This is kindness. Kindness is soft. It enfolds. It nurtures.
Mm-hmm.
It has ease and fluidity. Being kind is a gentle response to what is at hand. Start by being kind to yourself.
Oh, wow.
Be generous in your words and thoughts. Benevolence begins at home. Kindness.
Love it. Kindness is a gentle response to what's at hand, and start by being kind to yourself.
To yourself.
This is something that needs to be reminded to grown people alive.
Mm-hmm.
We have to remind adults, be nicer to yourself, because adults are notoriously mean to themselves.
Unfortunately.
We say mean stuff to ourselves. We keep on saying mean stuff to ourselves.
Over and over and over.
We say stuff to ourselves that we would never tolerate anybody else saying to us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you ain't blankety blank. But anybody else say that, it's a battle. You know, they're gonna have to squabble. You know, but we say it to ourselves, and it's worse because you hear it. It comes out in your voice. Smile and laugh.
Smile and laugh, Barbara. What are you smiling and laughing
Maybe about what you do when I'm telling the story, a familiar story.
I do. I smile and laugh.
Is it? Oh, yeah. Today's the 1st of June.
Today is the 1st.
You know, because the reminders, we have the reminders on our phone. What bills we got to pay on the 1st? Boom, boom, boom. Okay, we can handle it. We got you. We got you. Yeah, today's the 1st of June. That means we've gone through 5 full months. This morning when I got up, I want to set a targeted goal, and I'm going to do it with my wife. But I'm not going to say it to you guys until I get Lisa to agree. But there's a goal that I want to have for the next 6 months, something I want to have done by the next 6 months. That means it has to be done by the 1st of December. Done. Okay. So, and I want us to strategize to make it happen. I want us to write it down, make it happen. But I have a goal, and it's a little bit bigger than I would have set by myself, but I'm gonna go with you. And I stretch myself a little bit with this goal.
It is.
Yeah.
It is a good thing to have goals.
Yeah.
Definitely one of the 9 most important words.
Yes. Last night I watched a football life documentary on Emmitt Smith. Emmitt Smith, you know who Emmitt Smith is? He's the football player. He ran running back for the Dallas Cowboys, ran running back for Florida University, and for his high school in Florida as well. Watching that 46-minute documentary, that's all it was. You saw a man who learned something from his high school coach. Write down your goals for the season.
And he embraced it.
Yeah, and it became him, and put it on the mirror, next to the mirror in your locker. So he took that writing goals down, and he made them bigger and bigger, and he started hitting them goals, and did the same thing with college and all that kind of stuff. And when he got to the pros, one of his teammates had this thing where he had just got to the team. He had just got there. Okay. Hadn't had a practice yet. Hadn't even practiced yet. And he was talking, he was going to write down Emmitt's phone number. And he says, let me grab a piece of paper. And he grabbed the piece of paper that was in front of Emmitt. And he hadn't even played yet. There's a paper in front of him. And he grabbed that paper. Let me use this paper. And he said, don't use that paper. He said, I turned it over. And it said, I want to be rookie of the year. I want to lead the league in rushing. I want to lead the team to a Super Bowl. I want to be the most valuable player of the team. This guy hadn't even had a practice yet.
Hey, Vicky, good morning.
Setting goals like that, be the MVP of the team, lead the league in rushing. Amazing goals. And he did that all the time for his whole career. Even 20 years after his career is over, his wife came on and said, to this day, he's still on his mirror. He write down his goals, things that he wants to get done. And it was just a beautiful, vivid testimony to me of when someone embraces fully this concept of write your goals down so you can see it and run to it.
Good morning, Tamika. Good morning, Vicky Linnell Evans. She says, I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. Exclamation point. Vicky Linnell Evans.
Vicky.
I love Emmitt Smith.
Well, Vicky, I want to love you too, but you keep picking the wrong team, Vicky. I do love Vicky. Vicky, I want to ask you the 2 most questions of life. Question number 1 is
most important questions.
the 2 most important questions coming from the classic book 932. The 9 most important words, the 3 most important skills, and the 2 most important questions. And the 2 most important questions, Vicky. Number 1 is, what specifically are you here to do? And the second question is, who are you here to serve? Dr. Beverly says,
I am here to be
a mama.
To be mama. Everyone I meet eventually starts calling me mama. I'm here to share wisdom and help others' lives get better or turn them to better. I'm a transformer. A fixer is what they call me in headquarters in Atlanta of my job. It is so good to be me.
Yes, it is.
I am uniquely taken over.
And I
love it. After that, I am here to be a billionaire. Billionaire with a B.
Sister Vicky says, write the vision and make it plain. Emmett Smith is an example of a life lived by writing the vision and making it plain. You know, he took this interviewer to his storage unit. He has a huge storage unit, okay? Regular public storage, but in his storage unit is big and it has like L-shaped and all that kind of stuff. But in it, he's got every football that he's ever scored a touchdown with. What rookie thinks of doing that? First year player, he scored a touchdown. He didn't spike it and throw it away. He kept every touchdown ball. And he has boxes, towers of boxes for every touchdown with the date of it and the team they were playing against. Every single one.
Whoa.
Amazing. Even in college, he has all the footballs. This was this game right here. And he was able to open up a box. And he has some boxes where he just had a picture on the outside of the box. And it says, in that box, it has that jersey, that helmet, that uniform that I wore in that game in that box. Amazing.
Cataloging.
Yes.
Blessings. Craig says, I probably won't get to be on tomorrow. So I'm just letting everybody know, sometime this month, it's June.
That's right.
I'm coming to North Carolina, Charlotte. The offer's still on. Get an alarm system through me and I'll pressure wash your drive and walkway for free. Continue to have a blessed day on purpose and have to go to an appointment. Way to go, Vicky, Cowboy fan.
Craig, you cannot. Craig is from New York.
I know.
You cannot, Craig. Give it up. Give me your New York City card. You cannot like Dallas. Dr. Beverly says, I need 932.
Absolutely.
You do. And it'll be in our hands very soon.
And you can order it now just by going to theempowermentduo.com. And you can place your order. Go to theempowermentduo.com and order 932, as well as
Why Rhinos Make Great Entrepreneurs. This book came to us this past Sunday. It was the first time I held it in my hand was this past Sunday. I did a video. I asked Lisa to record me opening up the envelope that had these 5 copies. But this one is now available. These books, man, I am so grateful to allow God to use me.
Amen.
I am serving and I'm doing what God told me to do. Book projects that I taught at Sister Vicky, Craig, I'm completing projects that I've started a long time ago. I am notorious for writing the beginnings of stuff. I mean, I write all the time, the beginnings of a book, the beginnings of an idea. When we got robbed in 2017, and they took both of our laptops out of the house, I was more crushed because my writings were gone. All the stuff I wrote, all the articles I wrote that hadn't gotten published or whatever, but I had wrote them. They were in there. And I figured one day I would do it, and I still write like that. But now I'm in a season post-pandemic where it's been freer. So I'm completing books like 932. I began that book 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. 2 years ago, I started 932, the 9 most important words, 3 most important skills. But now it's done. Why Rhinos Make Great Entrepreneurs could have been done 2 years ago. Could have been done at least last year. I could have had it done last year, but I didn't get it done then. So maybe God is conspiring. And I have a few more books that are in the works that I'm putting out in front of Lisa. Like I finished writing. She ain't gonna want me to tell you this title, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
You can tell them.
I wrote The Shortcut, the fastest route to selling your services. I wrote Asking for the Money, how anyone close sales, more sales even you. And also the book that I think goes with them is The Power of the 4-Minute Presentation. The power of the 4-minute presentation with the premise you could sell your services in 4 minutes or less. This book is important. I think it goes in tandem with the shortcut, which teaches you entrepreneurs what to do with their time, asking for the money, how to close sales. But the power of the 4-minute presentation is presentation skills, how to tell the story of what you do, how to open up the presentation, how to keep your face, how to use voice inflection to persuade, how to all those kinds of things that don't fit neatly in the other books, but it's presentation skills when selling. So I think it's an important part of the book series.
Absolutely. Nikki says, I'm here to fulfill my purpose, to encourage others to know their worth, to be themselves authentically and unapologetically. Amen, Vicky. And she says, yes, Craig, to his declaration of the Dallas
We are
Cowboys.
not talking cowgirl talk on this show.
Dr. Beverly
this
says,
is a New York Giants show, y'all. This is a New York Giants show.
Dr. Beverly says, Craig, when you get here, you better call me so I can get my hug, since the hug master has moved out of the city.
The hug master has moved out of the city.
Craig gives us good hugs.
I never hugged Craig before, so I don't know. And did Craig ever live here?
No, I don't.
So who's the hug master that moved out of the city? Anyway, maybe I don't need to ask that question. Never mind. Some hug master moved out of the city, so she wants to get a hug from Craig. Okay, cool. That's what she said.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful for these 2 questions, because I think these questions at least affirm to me that I am still on the path that God has chosen for me.
Amen. And that's an important affirmation.
It is. To the first question, which is what is your passion, or what are you
here to do?
What are you here to do? And then the second is
who are you
here to serve? And receiving this morning. So over the past 3 days, I've actually received calls from individuals who definitely felt that I could serve their needs. And this morning, even right before the show, I received another opportunity to serve, because understanding, getting clarity is one part of it. But once people have gotten clarity, it's an opportunity to then present their clarification to the world. And I've been asked to lend my skills to an upcoming book launch for August. They want to produce their book launch, and they would like me to produce it. So I'm excited about that.
You're glad you're excited about that. You just prompted me to add another question to it the next time or something, or maybe not add another question, but another thought. I want to get your thoughts on this too. What is it that you enjoy? What do you enjoy doing? You know, what are you here to do? Who are you here to serve? Or maybe can we encompass enjoyment of somewhere within those 2 things? Because I think if we don't really enjoy it, it's hard to do it well. You know, and I think we only could do well the things that we enjoy doing. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
There's a thought that just got crystallized as Lisa was just now talking. What is that we enjoy doing with our time? And does that have something to do with what we're here to do? Maybe there's a reason why I enjoy speaking from a platform, talking about selling. Why do I enjoy doing that? I'm good at it, for one. And also, I am a teacher too, in that I like to see the light bulbs come on. Okay. What is the light bulb coming on? That means when they get it.
That Rhema moment.
That moment. It turns me on. It makes me feel good. I think I've done good work when the light bulbs turn on. Dr. Deborah posted a testimonial post talking about she used something that she learned from me and left that audience speechless. Okay. That means the light bulb came on for her, and she was able to turn it on when she needed to.
Absolutely. I think that's a unique position to be in, to be able to affect understanding.
Yeah, that's what we do. We affect understanding. They might have had one understanding before you came their way or before they passed your way, but now they have a different one and a better one.
A deeper or more full understanding. And a lot of times, sometimes I find that things don't make sense because we haven't endeavored to lay enough of the foundation for people to understand what something actually is.
That reminds me, I need to tell you something. I didn't tell you this. I gained a new client yesterday. Lisa knew about the new client because the client paid, so she knew about that. I don't hide money from my wife. Okay, but the lady says, look, I want to tell you why I'm working with you now. I said, okay. She was about 6 or 7 years ago is what she said. Lisa was giving a workshop somewhere, and she saw Lisa. Okay, and she said, I saw Lisa before I knew about you, Brian. And she goes, I was around when you came on the scene. Then you started hanging out with Lisa, and you came on the scene, and then you was like doing stuff with Lisa. At first it was Lisa, and then you came on the scene, and then I was doing stuff. She said you were doing stuff, and you were like making yourself very, very, present, and you were doing stuff with Lisa then. And then she said, and then a few years has gone by, and then Lisa was doing something else, and I was there with whatever it is that Lisa was doing. So she says, years ago, I knew that you were legit because of Lisa, is what she said. I knew you were legit because of Lisa. And then last week, I decided like around 11:45 that I'm going to do a live at 2 p.m. that day. That's all it was. It was a pop-up webinar,
Mm-hmm.
And she got on the pop-up webinar. But she knew when she got on. I was already pre-sold to her before she got on because she had a history of watching my wife and a history of watching me and my wife together. She was predisposed in the beginning. So I thought that was beautiful, the whole story, how she's been watching us for years before she put money into the household.
Absolutely. Vicky Linnell Evans says, I'm a writer, a golden pen to write poems.
Woo!
Books, plays, etc. I absolutely love the skill of writing. To take words, make it come alive, and give them a voice, especially on a stage.
I believe you, Sister Vicky. I believe you.
Absolutely.
Because the plays that you produce, you writing too, or at least write some of them, because I know it. So, and I didn't know about your poetry though. But that's also, and Vicky, if you have works that have not yet been published, I know someone that I believe is the best publisher. Okay. She looks a lot like Lisa. Her name sounds a lot like Lisa's. It is Lisa.
I have an award from Vicky's group that I spoke at back in January of 2020.
Is this right here, the Playwrights
Absolutely.
Group?
Mm-hmm.
In 2020. Vicky, stay right there, Vicky.
Brian's going to take it off the wall. I hope that means you're also going to put it back on the wall.
What? Lisa had this on her wall, Vicky. From 2020, it says Certificate of Appreciation.
It's
presented to the coach's coach, Lisa Santiago McNeill. Thank you for your service and for being our guest speaker for AAPG, the African American Playwrights Group, January 13th, 2020. And this came from Vicky Linnell Evans' group, the African American Playwrights Group.
Absolutely.
And it was on Lisa's wall, Vicky, when we were talking. How about that? It was on her wall.
You better put it back on my wall.
I'm going to put it on your wall. Dang, the second time.
I respect the
How cool is
that I have and have gained and have the opportunity to speak. I enjoyed speaking to her group. They were a very, very, very inquisitive group. And we had some great nuggets that we shared there.
That was 3.5 years ago.
The day after my birthday.
That's right. January 13th.
Yeah, it was the day after my birthday in 2020.
How cool is that?
We appreciate you. And in order to show and share with you how much we appreciate you, it's about that time.
Well, we passed that time. We're going to thank our guests with greeting songs and greeting logos. What's Rochelle's jam? Okay. She has a jam. I can't remember it. Let's keep going.
Oh, I can't remember it. You always have to start it.
I know. Something. Oh, man. Ro, if you're still here, start us off your jam. Barbara Mosley, she cooks here. She cooks there. Barbara Mosley cooks everywhere. So Judy Floyd got a song where it goes,
oh, Judy, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Judy. Hey, Judy.
Shirley DeJohnette Wyatt has a song too, and it goes, Shirley DeJohnette Wyatt will rock you, rock you. Shirley DeJohnette Wyatt will rock you, rock you. Red Lee, you deserve a song. It'd be easy to find a song with Red Lee. Let's find a jam. If there's a song that speaks to your spirit, Red Lee, tell us about it so you can find your jam, or just leave it to somebody else.
I actually think of Red Light.
That's Flashlight.
I know it's Flashlight.
Uh-huh.
But she brings the light.
Oh, man, let's
You don't
keep
like
going.
it?
No.
Craig Saab.
1,000 degrees.
You'll be on your knees and you'll be
burning,
begging,
please. Brother Freeze. Craig, let me borrow your VCR so I can dub a tape. Dr.
Amen.
Beverly has Dr. Beverly is on the show. Good morning, Dr. Beverly.
Good morning. Good morning.
Barbara Neely, you got it. Barbara Moses, you got to get you a jam. Oh, we did Barbara. We did that already. Vicky Linnell Evans, you've been coming around here, Vicky. Suggest a song that we can put your name in to greet you when you come in, Vicky. If you have a song or a genre of music, please recommend it to us. And let's find Vicky Linnell Evans' jam.
Vicky says, "Oh, I love it. She was an excellent guest, so knowledgeable and informative. You better put that back on the wall, Brian." That's right. Put it back.
I did there. Exactly the way it was. Yes. I put it back on the wall. She said twice, "We're going to put it back on the wall, right? We'll put that back on the wall, right?"
Because he's notorious for sitting things down on the edge of a table.
Not me. She got me confused with somebody else.
We're grateful that you joined us today. We hope that you apply the two most important questions to your day today, to your thought process.
Think about
it. Continue to give yourself the opportunity to see, am I in alignment, or is there some tweaks that I might need to do to be able to get myself on the path that God intended for me to be on?
I think that's great. Am I in alignment? The person who says, "I want to be a stand-up comedian," and they dream about being a stand-up comedian, and they picture it. They even go so far as to writing a joke or two, but they never go to comedy clubs. They don't go to comedy clubs, and they don't know anybody that's currently doing comedy. So they haven't making the effort to meet comedians. They don't go to shows. They're out of alignment. They're not doing what they say they want to do. They're not doing the steps. If you say you want to be a stand-up comedian, you got to hang out in comedy clubs. You got to go to comedy clubs. You got to meet other comedians. You got to meet club owners. You got to do these things.
Speaking of which, Earthquake is going to be here in a couple of weeks.
We got to go see Earthquake. We're going to go see Earthquake because we love to go to comedy clubs. That's what we're going to do. We're going to get our tickets today.
No, I think it might actually be on the weekend that we're not going to be here. And that's why I'm not sure. I think it's going to be the
first week of July?
No, the Father's Day weekend, we're going to be in Columbia.
Father's Day weekend, we're in Columbia. And the first weekend in July, we're going to be in Atlanta.
And the first weekend in August, I have a show to produce. But
we're going to be in Atlanta twice in July for different things. But I got to find out where it is, because if Earthquake comes to town and if we're local, we're going to go see him.
Amen. Miss Phyllis is here into the room. Thank you, Miss Phyllis.
Miss Phyllis is here. So clear the way. Miss Phyllis is here. Now we can all have a great day.
Amen.
Shirley says, "I'm going to do a video with my new purpose, Lisa Santiago McNeill." We want to see that video. What are you here to do? And who are you here to serve?
Absolutely.
What are you here to do? And who are you here to serve? Sister Vicky and Lisa, I got to say, it motivated me that Vicky was there and prompted Lisa to look over to where it was on her wall, where Lisa was awarded this thing for something she did in her work. Anyway, it's something she does. You know, she speaks at events and all that. And she hung it up on the wall. She liked it enough to hang up on the wall.
I do.
Yes.
And I like Vicky enough. I respect her enough, and I appreciated her bringing me in to share with her group.
There was one time Vicky did a play where Lisa and I, we went there to interview the people. We interviewed the actors and actresses, and we did some post-show interviews of people. What did you think of it? We brought our umbrella lights with us, and I think this one time you were in front of the camera, or was I in front of the camera?
Both. We
switched back and forth. Normally, because Lisa's better technically, I'm in front of the camera doing the interviews, or Lisa's doing the interviews in one day. But I think you were in the camera more this time. But we had a wonderful time because she had some amazing actors and actresses with her. The talent level was amazing.
It was really, really good. Hey, we got to get out of here. She says the feelings are mutual. Much love, 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 love. You mean it? Today is Thursday. Remember to come tomorrow equipped with your links and comments.
Tomorrow, Shout It Out Friday.
Shout It Out Friday. We want to hear about it. And,